The following program is rated TV MAL. It contains strong language and is intended only for mature audiences.
What is up, everybody? It is Friday. It's my favorite day of the week because I get to hang out with all of you guys and my buddies right here. First up is my left-hand man, the author, David Applegate.
G'day, friends and fans. How it's all going? Another day, another crazy day, right?
Go ahead. You can say Saturday. It's Saturday for you.
Yeah,
It's Friday for
I
us.
just realized it's Friday night for you. Yeah, it's been a crazy week.
It has. Well, joining us as always from the round table himself, the one, the only Anime Knight.
Hey guys, hope all you are having a wonderful time. Whatever it is you are doing, I hope you are staying safe and everything. Let's get into the news. Lots to talk about.
We do have a lot, but last but not least, we have the channel dad himself, Brian Lape.
Despite popular belief and odd rumor, I do not know Kamala Harris.
Nice.
And there's one more.
Now, last but not least, the doctor himself, Dr. Coffin Nails.
Good evening. It's good to be here. This week has been pure hell. I just locked myself out of my account. So that's why I'm late. And I just started a new job on Monday. So how's everyone doing?
Yiggity. We're doing good, man. So are you no longer a doctor now?
I'm still a doctor.
All right, cool. I'd hate to have to take that rank off of you.
And I don't know what happened to my backgrounds. Apparently they're gone now.
What
then.
What happened? I mean, what account did you get locked out of? Your StreamYard?
No, the my somehow got locked out of my Chromebook.
Oh, yeah. Gmail went down yesterday. It got hacked.
Oh.
Did they really?
Well, this was because I changed a password on one thing and I didn't realize I was changing a password on everything else. So that was my F up.
Nice.
But other than that,
so it's unrelated to the big Google hack. Okay.
I hope so.
I hope so. Yeah.
I hope I haven't been hacked.
Yeah, that would suck. I didn't hear about any hack. What happened?
Yeah, I didn't hear about that either.
I was trying to keep it on the down low, but they lost a big court case. And soon after, I don't know, probably it was related to the court case, but I think somebody accessed the back end of Google and started poking around, and next thing you know, they had a server reset and Gmail went down.
Wow. Dang, that's crazy.
I think the reason why they haven't reported it was a widespread hack, because it wasn't a hack, it was the courts. And Google hit the reset button to buy themselves time to do the equivalent of to do a Hillary, bleach bit some stuff. Yeah, they hadn't finished bleach blitting some stuff. Yeah.
Huh. Well, hot diggity dog. So what do we, there's been so much going on this week. I just don't where do we even start?
There's a lot.
Well, let's see. Disney may have, it's still rumor that Nelson Peltz and Elon Musk have gotten together to take over Disney in a hostile takeover. That's still rumor. But Warner Brothers has crashed,
Oh, really? I didn't even hear about that.
Yeah, they're I think they're going to be fully taken over by taken over soon. CNN, they're having $100 billion write down or something. They're losing so much money. They're gone. They may be gone. Zaslav is running around like a chicken without a head, you know. Because when what was it who was their last owner? AT&T or Horizon or something like that? Verizon or one of the big com companies, right? They spun off Discovery, put Zaslav in charge, and then gave them Warner Brothers. Man. Because pretty much they were just losing money and they couldn't keep writing it off. The government wouldn't let them, so they just spun it off and set them adrift.
That's crazy.
Discovery spent $55 billion trying to prop everything up, but it's just they just won't bite the bullet and fire people and cut wages of the executives and actors. Because everything's too expensive. That's what Zadler says. Everything's too expensive. Well, that's your fault. You're making bombs. You're prepaying people for $100 million to make movies that don't even make 50. But I mean, there's so much else. We've got Mr. Horse, a guy who's been very friendly with a horse, who wants to be VP.
I'm actually trying to do something like with that right now. Hold on.
Yeah,
hold that thought. I'm adding to the soundboard. Let's see.
But there's also the controversy over stolen valor. He was never E9. He quit. He put in papers for E9, but he quit. To get E9, he had to go to combat service, which he didn't.
I'm gonna call this the walls sound. Let's see. Here we go. Here. All right, it's uploaded. Here is the walls sound.
Hey, wall, build that wall.
Mr. Walls.
Mr. Walls, did you have relations with that horse? Everywhere he goes, people should just go clip clop, clip clop, clip clop.
Yeah. Let's see.
But I mean, there's Kamala CGIing Air Force One into the background of her political ad.
No, sir, she is not. She is not. She's not CGing Air Force One. She's CGing the crowd. That was the plane. That was the plane.
So she's campaigning with Air Force One.
No, she's not. She's campaigning. She's flying around Air Force Two.
Oh, it is Air Force Two. Okay.
She's using Air Force Two. The pictures that have been circulating. I'll pull one up. Hang on just a second. I've got it because I saved it. I saved it for this very thing. It's actually our thumbnail for the night.
Sorry, man.
No, you're good. I just clarifying. This is
I appreciate it because there are just so many stories. I'm surprised I haven't got more wrong because they're just leaking out everywhere right now.
Yeah, come on, where are you?
Like, there's White House whistleblower came forth and said Obama was on the call with Kamala and Joe, and Kamala asked Obama to pretty much tell Joe to go, and Joe and Jill had a,
All right, so let me explain what we're looking at here because this software is called Photos. Okay, I take that back. I don't know what it's called, but what it is photo. You take a photograph and you will analyze it for layered effects. So it's not going to say, oh, you're using fake this or that or whatever. All it's going to do is tell you that there's multiple layers added to an image.
Right.
So
it measures the intensity, and that's why you
if
get
it was
different
a real photograph, you would see black because there would be no layers to the photo.
Right.
This bottom portion down here.
So the different levels of dots are different layers.
Exactly. So you have the plane is a different layer than the background.
Oh.
So I guess technically you are right. You are right. They are using a generated picture of the plane because see this it should all be this black color back here that just tells you that there's no layers in this area. Now you have a layer where the airplane is, and then you have the people. They're different layers.
Yeah. Because as far as I know, no airport allows crowds onto the runway.
No.
No, I don't think they're allowed on the runway. Ask China about that.
No, but see, here's the thing.
Yeah.
This plane doesn't have a tail number. There should be a tail number up here.
Yeah.
Everybody knows that the Air Force One, all the ones that we have seen growing up and everything, they usually have the number on the tail. They usually have one.
Well, it's actually a requirement so that they can be identified visually.
Yeah, not nowhere. It's nowhere there. Usually, it's on both sides. Like from what I
it'd be underneath this. It'd be underneath this USA flag.
I'm just saying the shadows are all wrong. Like,
yeah, they are.
Shadow? Like, where's the aircraft shadow if everything else is shadowed? Plus, that wing would be over their heads. Where's that shadow?
Dang, you're right, dude.
Do they know how big an how big a 747 is? Obviously not.
Well, all right. So the thing of it is what time? This was at 2:00 in the day. You can see the sun is in these people's faces. So I mean, I guess the shadow would be directly underneath of it.
Yeah, it could be a long shadow.
It would be hard to see from this angle. So I mean, playing devil's advocate, this is I don't know, but oh wait, hold on. Let me mute that audio. I don't want to get hit.
Get copied.
Yeah. Now, the fascinating part is I don't know if you guys can see all these phones down here. But what they're showing is not what they're looking at.
Oh, great.
Oh, good luck covering that up.
Oh, you know what the scary thing is? In a few years, they won't know what's real, and they'll be able to change all those images on those phones to match.
No, they already can. It's just the laziness.
It is. It really is.
Doing the editing.
That's true.
Because they
know they're going to get away with it is the thing. I mean, we're just going to be.
Here's how. This is one thing that's bothered me the entire time. How in the world are they thinking they can get away with walls of stolen valor, all this, that, and the other? That
they already are.
Well, they're not really.
The media is controlling the narrative.
But there's more people that are awake now than there was.
I know.
The thing is, this was described in 1984, that the party will continuously rewrite history. This is creating the party loyalists, where the top 13% of the party will believe the party absolutely. They don't care about the bottom 89%. They're just figuring out how to make sure they can rig the elections permanently to be the forever party.
Can you guys see this guy's phone right here where my mouse is?
No, it's too small for me.
Let me make it bigger here. Let me see.
See how far? I mean,
enhance. Enhance.
I wish you could.
Zoom and enhance.
But from this view, I should be able to see the aircraft.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't see nothing.
Still too small for me to see, unfortunately.
Well, it's not too small for me to see. If you would be able to see like a big tail section right here.
That's true.
Like if anything, you'd be able to see the tail section, and I don't see that. So what are you looking at?
The sky? I don't know. Who knows? It doesn't even match the color of the sky, though.
He's not even looking at. He's not looking at Harris even. Oh, now he is, or sorta. He's scanning the crowd. So the crowd to that point where that man is along the back, right? The one who's holding up the flag, I think, is real. I think everything in the lights behind it is added. If you pull back far enough when they zoom, some of the stuff starts to disappear. It should still be there, just smaller. The blurring, the thing is, there's no digital blurring, so they're all real. So this is not digital. This is composite. Composite's different from digital editing. Composite's where you take real images and overlay them with each other. Disney invented this. This is actually filmed on real film and composited, so there's no there's no digitization.
Ah, like that that scene that you shared with me that time.
Yeah, and they showed you how they put it together. Yeah. What they do is they run the cells over the top of each other, and they zoom in on a camera and film all the video, like a projector, except they're running multiple films at the same time and they're refilming it.
Yeah. Also,
that's why you get gaps in the layers, because it's actual real film.
They had some weird dude doing a some kind of song. It was very awkward.
Yeah.
And it was all CG too.
Well,
yeah, they probably enhanced everything. They probably layered, but yeah, they enhanced everything. Color enhancement, making sure all the Biden-Harris signs, got rid of all the other signs. They're probably Biden signs originally.
Probably.
So there was a lot of editing done, but they didn't digitize the plane because they knew somebody would zoom on it to see if there was any pixelization. They know it, and soon with the new computer, with the new Iris, they reckon that they'll wipe out the new Adobe. Sorry, not Iris, but it used to be Iris. It's now all owned by Adobe. We'll be able to remove digitization on Zoom. They actually made, how zoom and enhance is a cliche that doesn't exist? Well, Adobe has zoom and enhance, and it's not a cliche. It does exist. No digitization in real time is what they're promising.
Yeah, here's another good shot. They've been using this kind of stuff for a while.
Yeah. AI compositing. Yeah, they have sound stages in Hollywood where people go, where Kim Kardashian, Logan Paul, and others routinely go to stage just outside of Bakersfield. All those aircraft sitting there? They stage. Yeah. They've got fake Air Force One and all the other craft. They got Boeings with all the different, patched on blue sections for patching on tail numbers, etc. They routinely fake traveling around the world.
Yeah.
So a lot of celebrities do it. Logan Paul recently was caught doing a fake video.
Who's clicking something?
Trying to mute myself. It won't work.
Oh, dang on, man.
What about that?
It sounds like you're like clicking the mouse right into the microphone.
Yeah. They do this so often. It's scary.
Yeah, it is weird.
But I mean, there's just so many party loyalists these days, and they're just dividing society further into party loyalists who just vote. It's not just about vote blue, no matter who anymore. It's believe the party at all costs. The final order of the party is to disbelieve you're lying, to believe what you hear, not what you see. That the party is always right.
Yeah. Earlier that day, was this video clip right here. So the plane that we saw on that video, or on the short picture I showed you, the zoom out picture.
Yeah, it's a set.
This is earlier.
Mm.
This is JD Vance, by the way.
Yeah. As you can see, there's no symbol on the plane. This is the real plane, not the fake. We see later, edited version later. Just strolling along out for an everyday walk. Oh, look, it's Kamala Harris.
I don't see a number, a tail
or
number.
a badge.
Yeah, there should have been one. Where, up here somewhere?
Yes, you go back to the other video, you see it's got a badge.
I'm gonna do that off screen so that way it doesn't hinder that real quick. I want to look.
Golly. So
Golly.
She's not a traveling official plane.
Let's see.
That way she can't be accused of using government assets for political gain. She's not traveling with the Royal Air Force too. She's only making it look like she is because she knows if she does for real, she's breaking the law.
There was no marking official crest on that plane. It's the same plane.
Must have been another video. It must have been another image I saw where it was a crest or something.
Yeah, but hey, here's the DEI hire.
Oh, God. Get out of
Butler,
here,
Pennsylvania.
Lady. Get out of here, lady. No one wants you.
She couldn't protect a warm cup of piss.
I'm doing my job by crouching.
Behind the protectee.
Has anybody seen The Last Boy Scout? You look like you could protect a warm cup of piss. I saw the Vance speech. The silence from the media is great. He's just laughing at him. Look at even the Secret Service is laughing. Yeah, Kamala, this is the real actual event. Kamala never spoke to the people. There's no massive crowd. Look at that. She's just getting in a car. She arrives, gets in the cars and drives off. There's no massive event.
I can't imagine going through all the stress just to be there, like as press and everything.
Yeah.
No, but he's having the time of his life.
Yeah,
she called him a coward and said he wouldn't debate her. So she showed up at her where she landed and she drove off. So she got owned.
You know what that reminds me of? Has anyone ever seen the Naked Gun movies where he's going? Frank Drebin gets there, Leslie Nielsen, and he starts making a speech, and they're like, "Frank, they're here to see Weird Al Yankovic." It's kind of like that.
I wonder who's gonna bury Kamala's career faster, JD Vance or the delegates at the DNC.
No, Kamala's doing it. Kamala's digging her own grave. They've already deleted stuff about her being a tough cop because people are fact checking her on Twitter saying you were not a police officer, you were a prosecutor.
Oh my God! what a clown what a clown world we had.
It is a clown world, but here's the problem, okay? Democrats, I know Channel Dad knows the word for it. It's a German word for joy from pain, okay? Basically, Democrats enjoying making other people suffer.
Schadenfreude.
Isn't it
That's
Schadenfreude?
it.
Yeah.
That's what Democrats suffer from. They like
It's
making
my favorite German word.
Feel pain.
Painful friend.
Yes.
Be a more literal translation. Yep.
Yes. Pain, making your friends feel pain is their joy.
Yeah. Well, that's how they
it's
keep people in
ridiculous.
line. Yeah,
Exactly.
they learned how to keep people on the plantation without putting shackles on their feet.
Which was the original premise behind the Matrix, except they decided to except people didn't like the original screening, so they added the virtual reality bullshit over the top. Which is why so much of the CG is rushed.
So what was the original ending of that then?
Labe, what do you think about the CG?
The original ending, it was like 1984, where he's just where he just talks about the fact that it'll just the cycle will continue forever.
Okay.
That the machine is always right. It was a remake of 1984 originally. That's what it was.
You're talking about the CGI you were showing or whatever?
No, I'm talking about the original.
I meant Seth asked me a question.
I asked a question first. I asked a question of what he thought about the CGI airplane and stuff like that.
I thought the crowd was CGI. Is the airplane CGI too? Or maybe
it looks to be a different layer.
It doesn't surprise me. I mean, the only way she's getting any kind of actual crowd is if they promise some sort of, concert. So there's somebody that's there and then they do a few numbers.
Cardi B.
She comes out and talks and people leave and
Megan Thee Stallion.
And half the people leave as soon as the concert's over.
Yeah.
Oh wait,
and the rest already stayed because of the promise of a free coffee.
But they let a lot of their stuff out of the bag with the movie Wag the Dog, and I don't even remember a few years ago with all the Ukrainian war pictures where they were showing stills of things exploded and someone went to Ukraine and went to all those locations and there was absolutely nothing. So unfortunately they mix real with fake, and so you're not sure to what level something is.
Yeah. I remember they were showing a column of Ukrainian tanks advancing into, I forget which town it was, and they forgot they forgot that a few days earlier the town had fallen to the Russians, and that Ukrainian tank column had actually featured in a 2016 Army parade video. Somebody found it.
Yeah.
And so to all of from all of us to you, Kamala, we happily say the sign says it all.
Yeah. Now I got a question for Late, right? First they said there were 6 F-16s. Then when there was a flyover Kiev on the first day, there were 3. The next day there were 2, and then the next day Zelensky's sitting in 1. Are the F-16s breaking down, or they're gone back to Poland and back in their hangars? They're not actually there for combat.
Well, I don't know, but it wouldn't surprise me if they're breaking down or they're crashing them or they're getting shot down. One of the things that the military industrial complex has been doing with the Ukrainian war is getting rid of a lot of our old munitions, right?
Yes.
We've had this stuff stockpiled for years, and it's like, so it wouldn't surprise. And they want to there's a new version of the F-16 that they really want to roll out, and there's a new version of the F-15.
The XL, yeah.
So I wouldn't be surprised if we ship some B and C models over there that are falling apart. And
surprised they haven't sent the F-18s they want to get rid of.
Yeah. So I don't know.
Yeah.
It's definitely a boondoggle if you're on the right end of it. Yeah, but it's it's
nightmare for taxpayers.
Well, if you get drafted into the military over there or get get kidnapped or whatever, it's hell, right? But to everyone else that's living off the other end of the hose, it's awesome. It's the best thing that happened
Cash hose
in the last 10 years, since Obama built all of his bioweapons labs over there. So,
yeah, it's a cash hose. Basically, hundreds of millions of dollars a day being hosed over people, and they're lighting cigars with $1,000 T-bills.
Yeah, I ain't gonna be around when this bill's due. So
yeah, no, 30-year bonds are paying for this war, so they're not even going to be there. Since most of them are in the 80s, it doesn't matter. They don't care.
Yeah,
it's the last hurrah of the Great Gatsby. Remember the Great Gatsby? He has his last hurrah. Well, the taxpayers Gatsby, and they're getting in their car and gonna go driving drunk high speed on that S curve.
Something. But yeah, it's just more of the same, really. I mean, this goes back to the whole liberal, world order that got started in the late 19th century.
Yeah,
that they started World War I as an excuse to have the idea of the League of Nations, and it didn't work well enough, so they had to create World War II to really scare the living shit out of people, create the UN, and now we just have endless wars.
Speaking of scary, here's some scary, terrifying things for you. Now, please, if you're watching at home, this could potentially really hurt you. This is probably some of the scariest stuff I've ever seen in my life.
Oh,
we've been warned.
Oh my God in heaven!
Oh.
I mean, not to be, cocky, but I'm optimistic.
I've always been a supporter of, she's a woman, and she's black, and she'll be the first president candidate that I think she will win. And like I said, I'm all about.
See, it's all about their it's about their freaking ego. See, look.
Are they all white women?
Is she even black though? Is that the
no?
No.
Well, it depends on what you mean by that. Well, because Jamaica got a lot of slaves too. There's a lot of mixed race in Jamaica.
Yeah.
There's a lot of mixes in India.
Black.
I thought she was part Indian and part white. Am I wrong about that?
I thought
she's quarter black. She does have a white grandfather, but she also has a few skeletons in the closet along the family tree.
Yeah, I thought
her mother is Indian, and her mother may or may not be herself mixed race as well. Everything seems to keep shifting in the story, and the family tree keeps shifting. But her grandfather is definitely white.
DNA tests would solve all that.
So basically the Democrats are using the one drop rule, is what you're saying.
You've heard of Harris Coffee and Tea, have you not?
Yeah, the other way around.
Yes.
Kind of like Mel Brooks made fun of in Blazing Saddles,
Yes.
Mm-hmm. My grandmother was
well, this is a 20-minute this is a 20-minute old clip from a Kamala rally that apparently just happened or something. It's 20 minutes ago.
Oh,
you know what? Hold on a second. Hold on, everybody. Hold on.
You can go now.
We are all in here together.
We are. No kidding. Wait a minute. Whoa. Back that up like 15 seconds or so.
Yeah. See, compare the two features.
Now, her movements.
Yeah.
Yeah, you'd have to go back that far, but no, maybe. Yeah.
You know what?
Watch her shoulder. Watch the way she moves.
Everybody, hold on.
Maybe it's the frame rate. I mean, that looks like she's standing in front of a green screen.
We're all in here together. I'm told.
See how that jumped?
Extraordinary number of folks who are.
What do you mean?
Go back about
think
3
I see what
seconds
it
and
means.
watch
Look
her
at the
shoulders. When she turns, it jumps over like someone edited her, moved her
Yeah.
in an edit, not that she moved.
Hold on. Here's the thing. We are all in here together.
Right here. There she goes. Right there.
An extraordinary number of folks.
Her move, and then there's actually a green shade on her shoulders.
Of our country. We're here to fight for our democracy.
And if you're too close to a green screen that's too brightly lit, that's exactly what happens.
I was also going to say, look at the color saturation difference.
Yep. But look at her right shoulder, right along that seam, right above it. It looks like a green line.
It is a green line.
Yep.
Yep.
She's green screen. That's why she's so bright. She's lit.
Yeah.
Could be.
Not.
Which includes respecting the voices that I think that we are hearing from.
I mean, they could be green screening it live, and then that's a camera set.
No, I think they're working with. I think this is what somebody said a few years ago on Alex Jones about live editing.
Mm-hmm.
That they'll edit and
but because so that way no one has to be behind her, so you don't have that problem, and you just green screen people behind her.
Yeah, don't forget, 40 years ago they were already mixing audio in real time.
Yeah,
to make people who couldn't sing sound like they could sing perfectly.
All right. So I wonder how many people are really there.
Yeah, I wonder too, because now that you mention it, the way she's moving and everything. Because look, I don't have a green screen because this would be way too obvious. This would be way too obvious. Even with a green screen, I could still see it here and there, but it's but you have to like really pay attention.
But wait until the next generation of computers come out and they'll be able to edit the lighting in real time.
Yeah, you can do that already with CG.
Not in real time. You can edit the lighting.
Well, not live video, but
yeah.
There's an extraordinary number of folks here together in this building.
In this building.
And in this building, we're all together, and we're an extraordinary number.
Hold on. Here's the thing. We are all in here together. I'm told.
Now I hear it. Can you hear it? There's no audience.
Because we love our country. We're here to fight for our democracy.
Well, there's a limited audience.
No. It's sound. Listen, if you can listen and track the audio horizontally, the audio's behind her.
Hearing from, and let me just say this on topic of what
listen to the tone and the shift in volume
for a moment, and then I'm
when they cheer. They're behind her. It's coming like this.
I have been clear. Now
like this.
Is the time to get a ceasefire deal and get the hostage deal done.
Can you hear it?
A ceasefire deal for what?
She says about Gaza.
He was interrupted by pro-Palestine people.
Every day to get that ceasefire.
How about we stop funding both sides of the war, and I bet you they stop fighting by the end of next week.
What do you mean by the end of midnight? By midnight, Ukraine's only got 6 weeks of ammunition.
Well, no, this is Israel.
Well, Israel's got a bit more ammunition.
Yeah,
both sides have more ammunition.
But they can only go smacking people around because they know that if it gets really, they believe we'll come help bail them out. But
yeah. But,
as I keep seeing on Facebook and Twitter, it's just the outline of the U.S. and it says the only place my tax money should go, and I agree with that.
Yeah.
We're so overdue to go back to the Monroe Doctrine. It's not even funny.
Somebody in the comment section said it's really fortunate that she had those prepared remarks ready for just such an occasion.
Yeah.
No, they have hundreds of written speeches, so I'm sure the AI is working overtime. Which is why they want AI, right? It's not just AI crowds, it's AI written speeches.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised.
If you see Kamala rally in Phoenix, there's thousands of empty seats as most of the upper deck appears to be blocked off.
Yep.
Oh wait, that would be helpful if I shared it.
Well, look at the last election where they the few times
People
Joe would
that-
show up, they would tight angle it, and then if you had a wide shot, you know, it'd be 300 people just sitting. But they would put in fake curtains that looked like it was packed, and it was because it was a third of the thing.
Remember that one where Joe had the rally and all the seats were green, and later they showed the building and said, "Where's all the seats?" You know. Well,
So all of these seats in here are empty. Now all
Yeah.
there's seating
Up
all
there.
the way up to the rafters,
Yeah, and then but
and they've got
Trump,
them all blocked off.
Trump goes to some local, what do they call those? A bodega in New
a
York,
bodega. That
and
gets
people find
hungry.
out he's there, and he walks out, and the street is thousands of people.
Yeah.
Look,
It's
this
not even
is
a rally.
this is seating up behind here. They've just
it's
got
all
them blocked off.
Yeah. Well, and even where the seating is, you can see that on this part where the camera's tight is packed, but that other looks like it's like someone every third seat is somebody sitting.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's your neighborhood, homie.
But what I want to know is what they promise these people to get them to show up, because I
Which
guarantee you
concert?
they're not there to see her only.
As a guy who lives out in here in Arizona, I am embarrassed. I am embarrassed, guys. I am embarrassed that this is even happening here. I liked it better when Trump was here.
But did you notice most of them white
Because
women?
at least people are having fun.
Yeah.
Oh no, I'm very disappointed in the respect in the elderly. I'm not going to call them respected elders this time. Not those. They don't deserve that.
Most of them middle-aged white women, 35 plus, probably all single.
The people who earn
What's the
that
bet with
title
school
are
teachers?
the ones I'm looking at right
Yeah,
now.
that's the real scary part.
The real scary part is I know how they probably got them to show up. The teachers union said, "You want to be in the next round of cuts?"
Oh my gosh. Donald Trump Jr. posted this. He said,
Bring it
big if it's true.
Uh-oh.
I can't wait to be a stallion like dad, bro. We're in Tim Walt's stomach.
Whoa!
From Donald Trump Jr.
Whoa.
That's some serious shade there.
Wow.
That is hilarious.
Shots fired.
Exactly.
Hey there, fella. I'm not interested. Oh, God, I can't even hang on. There's something I want to watch before I share it.
Oh,
Yeah,
you know what?
just gotta be
You know what?
careful.
That made that meme better is that they put Herbert's face on the guy going on the person going, "Hey there, fella." Put Herbert's face on it.
Now there is a conspiracy on X, and it does make sense that the Democrats, just like Wilson, want to purposely lose the election because, and LBJ, that they all want to purposely lose the election because, like 1924, you had the war in China going bad, right? 1968, you had the war in Vietnam going bad, and now you have the war in Ukraine going bad. And what's the similarity? You had the Democrats lose the election on purpose, hand the losing war and a bad economy to Republicans, and blame the Republicans for everything.
Yep.
It's worked before, 3 times the charm, right? Third time lucky.
Dude, I'm sending this to you guys on Twitter because I don't think I can share this. You guys tell me what you think.
You're sending it to me on Twitter as well?
I think so. Are you in our group chat?
I don't know.
Oh, dang. We got to take care of that. I don't know if I can share that.
I don't think. No, absolutely not. No.
Do you know how to
If
find me
Henry
on?
Knight
Do you know how to
says
find me
bad.
on? Do you know how to find me on Twitter?
Actually,
I don't think so.
It's
Put your
it's at. Okay, I'll put it in the private.
Definitely think YouTube might
Put it in the
take
private.
offense.
Yeah, that's yeah.
That's pushing. It's pushing a bit.
But that's how they
too
really do
far.
it. You couldn't pay me to do that job.
If we were on Rumble Appalachian, I think we could probably get away with it.
Well, only on Rumble, yeah.
Okay, that's how you find me on Twitter.
Oh man. You know
I'm
what?
waiting for this now.
You could also make this with Mark Hamill's face on it. with Mark
Oh,
Hamill.
yeah, you could.
You could too.
Well,
And
have you seen that updated image of everyone? Got the oh, there's a net in here. The Jedi thing. If you got Darth Vader on that, and they have with his brain is gone.
Oh yeah, that was hilarious.
He was on our side for a while, and then he was like, "No, I need more." Although, to my eyes, the milk in the Rise of Skywalker was green, or Return, or Last Jedi rather. Whatever that stupid, whatever. It looked green to me. It did not look blue to me.
Mm-hmm.
Did you get it?
Oh, I think I just got it.
You can see it in the pre-staging.
25 seconds
you look
ago.
Down
Jack
That's what we call a guilty pleasure.
Oh my goodness.
Laughing at that.
He's real handy,
Yeah, I don't think that's going to work on YouTube.
Handy to have around.
I would save that for whenever we're on Rumble. I would save it.
It made me laugh.
We'll put it's hilarious, Appalachian, but I think we'll file that under the Rumble file. We'll put that in the Rumble file.
All right. Let's see. Yeah, that's a little much.
It's a bit over the top.
Oh shoot. I could have just hang on. I'm just gonna dadgummit. I'm such a moron.
What'd you do? What didn't you do actually?
I created a new group chat when I could have just edited and added, so my bad.
That happens all the time. I did that my first time creating the the night chat group.
I'm gonna leave the old one. We'll just use the new one from now on. That way, all 5 of us are in there.
Then I'll go through the group chat and see. Yeah, Dr. Coffinails followed, late, and Coffinails doesn't follow me back. Okay.
Uh-oh. Where are you? I'm sorry, but I hardly ever use Twitter, David, so that's not...
Yeah.
Let me see.
It's not surprising for the ones who don't use Twitter.
I follow content creators. If you're not a content creator, or if you don't share much, I won't follow you.
Applegate.
I need to follow you with my other account.
Who?
Yeah, but I don't have my original account. I only have my creator account now. X took my.
I also put my burner account. I put my secondary account, our old channel, into this group chat too, so that way I can. That way, if I'm on both accounts, I can share it to this group chat if I see an interesting story that somebody might like.
Yeah.
Are you the one with the David Fawkes face on? Or the
Guy Fawkes?
Guy Fawkes? Guy Fawkes?
Who?
Is that you, David?
No.
Remember the.
Are you the one with the stars?
On the stars, yes.
Okay.
That's my burner. Not really burner. It's just another account that I do for like.
My other account.
More of the wild.
My other account.
Okay, there you are. Future fantasy.
I would
following all of you back. Sorry about that. There you go.
I would make another Twitter account, but everybody here knows how I really am when it comes against these people, and I don't have a filter sometimes.
Yep.
So I'm trying very, very hard to play nice.
But
Future Fantasy is on Amazon and Patreon.
Yeah.
I'll follow with my.
People need reminding, apparently.
I'll follow you with my account where I tend to follow people. I don't follow very many people on my main account anymore.
Okay.
But my channel dad account, we'll keep it in the context.
Yeah, Paramount and Warner Brothers looks like they're going to be merging. They're both hemorrhaging money. They're looking for a big brother to bail them out. They've just all canceled a whole bunch of movies. There's talk of Warner Brothers shutting down half its animation and game studio. Man, they're all imploding. Disney's fired hundreds. Just this week, hundreds have been fired from tech companies. Cartoon Network is gone, erased.
Yeah,
Wait,
I saw. Yeah,
Yep.
it's completely.
Warner Brothers can't afford to keep the website and the archives. All their archives.
It's gone. It's gone. We're not joking. Like, this is serious. I know. I'm sad as hell right now because I remember so much, like, during the early 2000s, just playing all the wonderful games that were coming out.
It's not just the games. It's there are literally hundreds of cartoons that no longer exist.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
If they're gonna do that, they got to do what they did with the Bugs Bunny cartoons, and they just put a thing on there saying these were of their time.
No, it's not about censorship. They literally cannot afford their computer system. They had to turn it off.
Out loud. Really?
Yep.
Oh my God.
They couldn't afford the archives. They had to turn them off.
Wonderful.
Cartoon Network.
Dang. So was this about a 62 passenger plane that crashed?
Gosh,
I heard about that. Yeah, there's too much going on.
61 dead. It's pulling footage of a plane dropping out of the sky.
That's not good.
Popped out 2 hours ago.
Yep. Saw that earlier on Mad at the Internet earlier.
Dang,
this is a crash in Brazil.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even know what's happening in Bangladesh. Apparently, there's been a coup for the second time. The Russians are blaming the Americans, but I think it was actually the Chinese ousting a pro-Indian government, or a somewhat non-hot. I think it was China. They got the local Islamists to oust the prime minister, and then attacked a whole bunch of Hindus. Hundreds are dead today alone. Over the last week, there's been hundreds killed from the ruling party. They've literally started killing politicians and officials from the ruling party. Hundreds of Hindus have been rounded up and executed in mass beheadings. That's not America. I think that's China's doing. I think China's starting to get into the coup business.
Yeah.
I wouldn't disbelieve that.
First Sri Lanka. First Venezuela, then Sri Lanka, now Bangladesh. I think China's now got a couple of coups on their hands. I know Russia's blaming America, but I think that's propaganda. I think they know it's China.
Trump's plane is diverted to Billings, Montana, rather than a Bozeman due to a mechanical issue.
Oh, geez.
They did say they'll try again.
Yeah. It's almost been 30 days.
There's also the astronauts trapped.
That's how they got rid of the first prime minister of Taiwan. Almost kicked off a war.
There's also the astronauts trapped in the space station.
Because Boeing,
That's what my
that's
what this is about.
For 30 days, they wouldn't let X send a rocket up to get them. Boeing had the contract. They wouldn't let it lapse.
So they're just going to let them languish up there because Boeing is not looking too good the last several years.
The Bozeman, Montana rally, organizers say over 30,000 people are here, and the venue only holds 10,000.
You know the damages if you abandon somebody. You know the damages they'll have to pay if they abandon astronauts.
Well, didn't Boeing just supposedly Minecraft a whistleblower not too long ago? Was that Boeing?
Yeah,
or
but
they gonna...
if you abandon astronauts, they can hit the re-entry button, and there goes your entire space station.
Yep.
If I was going to die, that's what I would do.
Yeah, why
Go
not?
out in a blaze of glory, not starve to death in the space station.
You know, aim toward.
There goes your multi-billion-dollar space station, folks.
You know, aim it toward Point Nemo so nobody's hurt. You know, that remote point in the ocean where they always send all their space garbage.
Hell no! I'm blazing glory straight into DC. If
There you go.
Trapped in space, I'm going to let everybody know. I'm going to be screaming over the megaphone as we're coming in. You MFers, you abandoned me. Well, there goes your billion-dollar space station,
There you go.
then some. Well, that just took me off the list of potential astronauts.
There you go. I would go up there, but my wife won't let me. Could you imagine the other freshmen though on the space station, what they would be feeling like, knowing that? Who's going to go up now? Is what I want to know.
Abandon you at a moment's notice.
They never should have retired the shuttle program. The shuttles, they should have just refurbished them and kept them going.
No, they had to. There was a fatal flaw in the design.
It's so beautiful flying over. You just look down, and that's the way it's supposed to be. But we have a very high rating in Montana. We have a lot of popularity. I like them. They like me. But I'm here to do some fundraisers and most importantly, to support Tim Sheehy, who's running for the U.S. Senate. And we think he's going to do really well. We're going to have a rally, and it'll be a lot of fun. And then we're going to do some more different stops, different states, all good, all great people. And we're leading in all of the polls now. Just about every poll has us leading. They found out that this is
stupid computer.
phony.
Oh, I hate it when that happens sometimes.
Glad it's just not me this time, at least.
Gosh, for a minute there, I thought
I don't know if it's my Wi-Fi or whatever.
I thought it was me for a moment.
No. Page unresponsive. Apparently it's X.
Let's see. What's the internet?
Boy, we are 3 months away. We are 3 months away. This is...
Speaking of 3 months away, September 4th, which Kamala's trying to get out of, September 4th, there's going to be a live stream. That is a Tuesday? Calendar.
Hold on. Let me look.
Yep. No, it's a Wednesday. September 4th will be a debate night. Tuesday, September 10th will be a debate night. And then Wednesday, September 25th will be a debate night. I would like to go live.
I can put aside my game stream and come on over.
Is the first one on Fox? I heard that Kamala wasn't going to the first one.
Yeah, she's going to try to miss out the first one. She wants to wait. She doesn't want to have any debates until after early voting has started. Which that's odd.
Yeah, get all the school teachers to put in their 3 to 5 ballots.
Yeah.
All the school teachers and Swifties to show up and vote.
Yep, exactly.
Well, aren't they one and the same thing now?
Pretty much.
I mean, somebody actually said the other day the average age of Swifties is 35, like her. They're all growing up with music. They're not young.
Speaking of Taylor Swift, was there some kind of incident at one of her concerts?
I don't
a couple days ago?
No, I think they were doing I think there was a video put out of how that Taylor Swift has better security than Donald Trump.
No, I'm pretty sure there was a video put out where there was something that actually happened at a concert. Taylor Swift terror attack was part of a plan by elites to kill off as many young white girls as possible.
What the?
That was from Matt Wallace. I don't know if that's true or not. Vienna police found hydrogen peroxide assembled explosive detonators and detonator cables at the apartment of a teenage suspect who was planning to use them to kill thousands at a concert. They claimed he and one or two others were radicalized online by anonymous radical Muslim terrorist group. But why would Muslim terrorists want to attack Australia? Isn't it odd at how rarely they attack their number one enemy? So apparently they found a whole bunch of stuff at this dude's house. It was supposed to be at a rally. Or I say a rally, it's not a rally. Vienna concert.
So she was born in 89. Her first album was called 1989. Okay. Released
I was
in
born in
2014. And released in 2014. So she's an Obama psyop. What a shock.
Yep.
But I was having this discussion with people the other day and they didn't believe me. But trust me, Taylor Swift was not the only person at the time. When they do a psyop, normally they have to bombard you with like 10 or 12 different celebrities, you know, Bonds, Kanye West, and a whole bunch of others, and only one succeeds. You know, out of every 10 or 12 they throw at you, only one succeeds. And normally we only remember the one. We don't remember the Paris Hilton failures. We don't remember all the other supermodels who tried to become singers. And, you know, there was a huge in that 2012 to 2016 era where there were a lot of things thrown at the public.
Some easy army stuff.
But speaking of psyops, you heard what's happening with Mr. Beast.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. It's unraveling fast.
He's associated himself with some PDF files, I heard.
A number of PDF files. And he knew they were PDFs and had them cover their faces.
Whoa. Sorry. This just blew my mind.
Okay.
UK government's account was suspended.
Whose account was suspended?
UK government's X account.
Oh, my.
Oh.
X suspended their account.
Oh, that's awesome.
Dude, Elon Musk.
You know why? You know why he did that, don't you?
Yeah.
Because that meme thing.
Yeah, think before you post, because the UK government's like burning themselves to the ground.
Oh, they're just getting horrible.
Keir Starmer is basically Big Brother. He's threatening to lock it. I didn't know this. Did you know? You've heard about how bad Russia is with political prisoners, right?
Mm-hmm.
CNN alleged that Russia had locked up since Putin came to power 15,000 people. Now, USA Today fact check found that it's only 1,700. But in the UK, in the same period, they've locked up 3,306 people for hate speech. So who's the biggest tyrant, Putin or the UK? Well, you kind of have to be like zero to not call Putin a tyrant, right? On the locking up of political prisoners business.
That's hysterical.
There are more political prisoners in the UK than in Russia, basically.
Well, I mean, because the United Kingdom, man, they are just going ballistic with all these thought crimes and like, if you do this,
but guess what they've done?
Yeah.
Guess what's happened though? The UK government has achieved the impossible. They've united the Protestants and Catholics in Northern Ireland.
Right. To where they're burning down immigrant encampments. It's like
you basically united two of the biggest T words in of the 1980s.
Yep.
And there's still a lot of trained T words out there running around. That's pretty
amazing.
So Kamala might be right about white boys, right? Being a threat. But a threat to the establishment.
Right.
Because there's nothing more committed than an old man who's got nothing to lose and he's a trained T word.
Yep. That's a good point. We live in very interesting times, David. I'll tell you that. Very interesting.
I mean, right? You threaten to lock them up, really? It's better than a retirement home.
Right.
At least they get real medical treatment.
Get 3 hots and a cot.
Yeah, and medical, free mental, free medical. It's just the random sex that's the problem.
Well, there's that.
But I mean, if you want to go back to you shouldn't support both sides, and America's supporting both sides of a conflict, just look at the 1980s. Look at the war in China. In 1920. See, the thing is, when you look at it since the Civil War, how many wars America has involved itself in and been on both sides of the war, it's scary.
Mm-hmm.
And pretty much, how many wars have you lost? How many wars do you even learn about? I mean, how many of you knew about the war in China in the 1920s, or U.S. troops in Russia in the 1920s? Did you even know about the White Revolution with the invasion of Crimea and the Crimean War?
Mm-hmm.
The one thing about all of us is we like hard work. Hard work is good work. Hard work is good work.
Look at the cackle.
We have fun doing hard work.
The only hard work she does.
Nah.
She works so hard. That's about it. He does hard work. Anybody believe that? Put up your hand. It's just, yeah. But you notice the fake Southern accent there at the start? She couldn't even hold it for 5 seconds, though. Even Hillary's got at least Hillary trained herself to, lapse back to her. At least with Hillary, it was a lapse back to her.
I find it hard to believe that people are buying this crapola, but I mean, I don't,
Unfortunately, do you know how... Look at the bell curve again, and George Carlin, and realize that we're in the middle, right? None of us are geniuses. We're in the middle, and George Carlin, it's that narrow band, and half the population are on that end of the band. You think how stupid the average person is? How often we make mistakes? Well, the other people are 80% more likely to make mistakes, and 20% likely to only admit it. How many Americans can't find the city on a map yet believe Kermit is the name of ancient Egypt? How many African Americans don't even know that their ancestors were brought over by their ancestors?
Who knows?
Well, it's a problem in the world. They're not fighting misinformation. They're fighting inconvenient information. And I mean, I hate to say like a Debbie Downer, but, maybe the good guys have lost, although, what's that? Cohen was pretty much a sellout, to the man. So he's sold his music collection to the man. So, he wasn't on the side of the people after all. So
this is a clip of apparently some radio traffic when Biden was in Las Vegas at the beginning of July.
West, just north and south, please. Control 302.
Go ahead, sir.
Okay, so everybody on the radio right now, POTUS is 421. He's being seen, so we're kind of waiting to see how this is shaping out. So for everybody's knowledge, he's 421 right now. We're just trying to figure out what's going on, and we're going to go from there. Okay, let me go ahead and hold it southbound.
Crazy.
Yeah, and you send west, just north and south, please. Control 302.
Go ahead, sir.
Okay, for everybody on the radio, right now Fortis is 421. He's being seen, so we're kind of waiting to see how this is shaping out.
Okay. I wonder what 421 means.
421 is shots fired.
For Las Vegas.
It's a standard police code across all emergency services. That way police can and various agencies can all interact nationally.
Term is set 421 sick or injured person. 421A means mentally ill.
Well, it says here shots fired.
Yeah, the thing I found said shots fired too. Was that Secret Service, and they got some other numbers.
Yeah, but they're always A codes. They're not 10. They're not.
That's not always true. That's not always true because a lot of people are getting away from the 10 codes or whatever.
Yeah, the 10 codes are old. Yeah, the 10 codes are old. They've been replaced with single 3-digit numbers, and 421 in the new code is shots fired. But they still use a 10-4 sign off. But they don't use any of the other.
Right, but here's the thing: some different like 421 doesn't always mean that because it's not. Different jurisdictions have different codes.
No, but
so
under the national,
that's not true. They don't use that. That's the problem.
If they don't use it,
I know that for a fact.
Problem. Okay, I'm just saying in the national police code, that standardized code, 421 is meant to be shots fired.
Right. Well, that's apparently that's not
across
right.
America. They're supposed to be standardized since 2030. Since 23, they're supposed to be standardizing all codes so they can interact with all agencies.
Right. Well, they don't apparently because according to Las Vegas, the North Las Vegas Police Department, of 421 is a sick or injured person.
Yeah, so they're using the old codes, right?
I don't know that they're old.
Well, they're not using the standard codes, that's for sure, because the standard. Well, that's the problem. You know, it's like I get it. People want to do their own thing. That's the point of having different states. They want to be different. They don't want imposters or impersonators to know everything about how the inside system works. It's like the army. They create layers of bureaucracy just to weed out imposters. So that somebody can't come along and just order supplies and be handed supplies because they know the right forms. There's a lot of lingo involved and procedure and why triplicate forms are sent out.
I don't even see a code for shots fired.
Yeah, that's the problem. It'll probably be major incident. Because I know on some of the police videos I hear the words major. We have a major incident.
Let's go back to Google and see what that.
Oh, I just noticed Dr. Coffinails has dropped out. Sorry.
I was wondering why it was so quiet.
Yeah, I found a thing that's supposed to be the Las Vegas Police Department. Yes, sick or injured person.
Las Vegas Metropolitan Police Department.
Person with a gun is 413. One of my dogs is farting like crazy. And I am by myself here, so at some point I gotta let him back out.
Aren't you always by yourself?
Pretty much. Yeah, my wife left today for Cincinnati.
Nice.
She's up there for some birthdays. My son was supposed to drive from Richmond to Cincinnati, and a couple days ago he said, I'm not coming, but he hasn't said why yet.
That's radio frequencies and codes. Okay, cool.
But yeah, it looks like it's might be different by different. Because even the 10 codes, there were certain ones that were standard,
Yeah,
and there were
that's
certain
Arizona.
things that was not the same.
Yeah. So yeah. I mean, Arizona for shots fired, sure. Yeah, it's 421, but that's a whole different state.
Yeah.
We it just depends on where you're at here.
I want you to pull your wee.
What? I don't want you to touch your wee, not on camera. But that makes
sense. But wee. I got a pee. I'll be right back.
But meaning the a sick person, that makes sense. With that's he wasn't feeling well, and they went back to the East Coast.
Well, it is hot. It is hot out here, both in Vegas and here as well. I think it's more. Actually, I think it's more hot out here because in Vegas you do go into casinos, the stores, and everything. Like you have ways to go into shaded spots and everything. I could be wrong. It just depends on the time of day. It just depends.
One of the actual causes of a heart attack for men between 55 and 65 is actually entering a cold area, particularly on a very hot day. If you have a sudden shift in body temperature, the shock can actually trigger a heart attack.
Yeah, it's like jumping in a cold pool.
Yeah.
It reminds me, I forgot to unhook that other pump.
Yeah, I don't get this whole obsession with, but apparently, men do. They get obsessed with jumping into cold water to prove that they're still fit,
Yeah. Well, if you've done it for years, it's not,
It's conditions your body to it. Yeah, I suppose that's what it's about. It's not actually proving you're fit. It's
if you do it once a year, there's a good chance, you're going to do it one time and it'll be your last time.
Yeah.
So.
Plus, you get to a certain point where money's tight and you've got to say, shit, I better stop those hot showers.
Yeah. I mean, it's supposed to help with stuff, but
circulation, they claim it helps the circulation, but no, it's the walking and then running back to the hot house that makes you feel warm.
Yeah.
And it makes you feel, and it's the circulation is from you running. I mean, people don't realize this, but a lot of the people, as soon as they jump into the cold water, they run into a hot house. Otherwise, they freeze to death. Sure,
but I don't understand so someone released this audio. I don't understand what
the conspiracy is Biden had an attack of some kind and they covered it up.
Well, they said he wasn't. Oh, they said he had COVID or something.
Yes.
But then then I heard he might have had a stroke, and then
you had the whole fact that Biden was suddenly much taller than Jill. And then we had the whole thing with the different ears, the different eyes.
Yeah.
You had a different Biden every day. Which Biden's which? But if you want to go back, I mean, well, even how many presidents had doubles going all the way back to Van Buren?
Yeah. Well, I've even heard a couple of years ago that he actually died before the campaign was over, and we've actually had fake Bidens ever since.
Yeah,
but I don't know if I hold to that, because there definitely seems to be a Biden that looks slightly different, who's slightly more cognizant, and then
there's a Biden that Jill is very warm with, and she holds his hands, and then there's another Biden who's taller than her that she just walks beside.
Yeah.
So there's a real Biden in there somewhere, because she is warm to at least one of them.
Yeah. So, but then there's the Biden that just stands there.
With no Jill, yeah.
Yeah.
Unless that's the fake, and the love is the stand-in. That's why she's holding his hand, because he can actually perform. and her husband's a dead. I mean, come on, how many people know about the? How many people know? You know, never trust a widow around young men.
Yeah. So, well, you got any other topics?
Well, I was gonna bring up the fact that Rumble and X, when it sued the GARM, the global, the Global Alliance for Responsible Media, and they shut down.
Yeah, that was one big thing that I wanted to talk about too. Was Chris Pavlovsky from Rumble completely outed Dunkin' Donuts and Diageo. I'll pull up the tweet. But this is kind of serious because this is like a big advertising brand.
Oh yeah,
put this
Dunkin'
out.
Donuts is one of the biggest advertisers in the world, alongside Coca-Cola, Samsung, and tennis.
Come on, where you at?
I was surprised how big Dunkin' Donuts was, although they've been shrinking over the last few years.
Time to make your donuts.
Well, it's not the fact it's not donuts; they're part of a big group of fast food.
Both Diageo, NA, and Dunkin' Donuts want us to drop Steven Crowder and get away from right-wing culture in order to get ad dollars from them. My response was no, we don't discriminate. All cultures are welcome on Rumble.
Yeah, but see, Dunkin' Donuts, I think, is actually owned by a company that owns a company that's owned by Pepsi. I think it's part of a conglomerate.
Yeah, there's so many layers. I didn't even know Crowder was even back on Rumble.
Yeah, Crowder's been on Rumble for a while. He's actually, I don't think he really left. I just don't think he's been paying for Rumble ads to be on page one.
I mean, he's got a deal with Rumble.
Yeah.
When he goes live, I mean, it usually does. He usually is first, like on the first page.
I thought he was doing stuff through his Mug Club.
No, Mug Club was never a hosting site though.
Oh, wasn't
it? Is. He's trying to get it to be now, but it's not.
Yeah,
that's what I thought he would have done like almost 2 years ago now.
Oh no, he's been live. He's still doing YouTube. It's just every once in a while. Right now, he's under suspension.
Yeah, he's been his Mug Club videos have been alternating from different sources, but he's been hiding the sources often. But I don't think he's ever hosted that many of his own videos. I know he's tried, and he also tried to partner with other companies. He's just having a lot of difficulties behind the scenes. Well, I think he's finding out how much big money is involved in video hosting. He had no idea what a server cost.
Yeah.
$27 million. You'd spend millions on a server and not have lousy video streaming. So not just the server, it's the bandwidth.
Yeah. Well, I've seen there's some video I saw on YouTube that showed the algorithm that Netflix uses, and it's a summation, it's a multiplication of cosine values, and it's a second order differential equation, so that they can do more than 3 videos at a time. It's people don't understand how much bandwidth it takes to do stuff
streaming, and they have to compress the video so much, and it has to be decompressed in real time, otherwise you get nothing but static. And to get high quality video like Netflix, you need some major powerful hardware to compress everything.
Yep.
Yep.
And I think their files, I think they save them compressed, kind of like what YouTube does, but it's still part of that streaming it and everything else.
So, but the videos you see, the reason why there's a gap between the time you press play is that there's an algorithm that goes through the database and finds where the nearest uncompressed version. That there are only 100, that they use algorithms to know what you're going to press play on even before you do, so they have uncompressed ready to stream on your local server. But the Netflix main servers, where thousands more videos are stored, are all compressed, so they can be transported to the local hub. That's why they wanted net neutrality, so that they could have thousands more uncompressed videos in the. People don't know this. Late knows this, but most of the internet is compressed. But your local servers have the uncompressed versions of what you're going to watch next. They know that's why they need so much AI and so much spying on you. So they know what you're going to, so that you know what you're going to look up. That's why when you look up something that's not in your pattern, it takes a long time to find an answer. Because that's when the internet has to decompress in real time. There used to be a company, I think it was, what was it called? Remember Two Cows? They used to be one of the biggest caches around the world. They got money off governments to basically cache the internet.
Which one? Who?
Two Cows. Remember Two Cows? TCOWS?
I don't know if I do.
They were a bunch of servers. They did search engines and file hosting and caching.
Yeah. Well, I remember, even in the late 90s, early 2000s, doing reverse caching and all kinds of things that. Even DNS lookup was expensive, and like Procter & Gamble used to do they would cache all lookups for a week, and it drove us nuts when I was working for an interactive marketing agency when we would have updates. I mean, they were caching websites, let alone the DNS lookup. And we'd go live, and the guy that was the director of marketing for Tide and Downy and all this, he'd have to like go to a friend to ask his mother, because he had his home internet was through Procter & Gamble. They paid for it. So it was a cable modem, but it routed through their network. And so he wouldn't see updates, and it's like, and this was, early, I worked at Whitman Hart from 2004 to 2007. So it's not too long ago.
No, it wasn't too long ago.
But the bandwidth savings of caching and stuff was so big.
Yeah, it wasn't too long ago that we had AWS admit that 80% of their cloud is cache. Yeah. It's for companies pay Amazon to cache for them. Cache internet.
So, but yeah, you can, because while someone's reading something, you can spider a site in the background and download good chunks of it, and then you don't have to hit it again. But anyway.
Yeah, but basically,
I'm getting ready to go to bed.
They're caching big corporate.
Now I got two dogs farting, so I got about 4 minutes before I got to get
4 minutes left.
Well, good.
All right, cleaning up.
We're going to bed. Coffee and gaming tomorrow morning, 7 a.m. Should be a good time. Check out Lape's channel. Check out David's channel. Check out Anime Night's channel. They all go live.
20 more to go. It was 19. 20 more to go to 400. Nice. It was 19, but YouTube, I guess they killed off another dead channel.
Fake account. Yeah.
Yep.
So every so often we're all going to lose accounts, because every 3 months YouTube does a sweep looking for inactives.
But I've noticed we've jumped up quite a bit. So we're at 275. So yay. Wait. And 201 on Rumble. So yay.
All right.
So you guys have a great night. Take care, and we'll see you in the morning for coffee and gaming, 7 a.m.
Goodbye.
Bye-bye.
Good day, sir.
Later, dudes.
Good night, Jimbo.
Hell, I got to go.
Peace out.
Burn in hell, New World Order. Fuck you. You, New World Order. You, Bill Gates.